What if you could live to 90 or even 100 without spending your final years in hospitals or relying on others to get through the day? That's not wishful thinking. It's happening right now in Japan. In fact, Japan has over 90,000 centenarians, and many of them are not just alive, they're thriving. They garden, they cook, they laugh, and they walk unaided. No canes, no wheelchairs, no long list of medications. So what's their secret? Today, I'm going to walk you through 7 powerful everyday foods that play a big role in their longevity. These aren't expensive superfoods or rare herbs. They're simple ingredients, often overlooked in the Western diet, but backed by science and part of Japan's everyday routine. We'll talk about what they eat, how they prepare it, and why it works using real data and studies, especially from US research, to show you just how powerful these habits really are. And make sure to stay until the bonus section because I'm going to share one surprising daily habit the Japanese use not related to diet that helps maintain balanced strength and mobility even in their 90s. Most people have never heard of it, but it's incredibly easy to start. So if you're over 50 and you care about staying independent, energetic, and mentally sharp in the years ahead, this video is for you. Let's dive in. Starting with a grain that's been misunderstood for decades but could change the way you eat forever. Before we get started, drop your name and where you're watching from in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Japanese brown rice, genmai. Let's start with something humble but powerful Japanese brown rice known as genmai. In the US, white rice is far more common. It's quick to cook and soft to eat, but it's also stripped of fiber, vitamins, and key minerals. What you're left with is mostly starch and a blood sugar spike. Now compare that to genmai, which keeps its outer bran layer intact. That means more fiber, more B vitamins, more magnesium and selenium nutrients, critical for heart health, digestion, and blood sugar control. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, people who eat more whole grains like brown rice have a 21% lower risk of cardiovascular disease and a 30% lower risk of type 2 diabetes. In Japan, older adults often start their day with a small bowl of genmai served with vegetables or seaweed. It's not flashy, but it fuels the body gently and steadily. If you're used to white rice, here's a simple tip. Start by mixing 50-50, half brown, half white. Your palate and digestion will adjust over time. Coming up next, a warm, comforting food that's actually fermented and may hold the key to gut health and immunity after 60. Miso and fermented soups. Next up is something you have probably seen on a Japanese restaurant menu, miso soup. But in Japan, especially among those over 80 and 90, miso isn't just a starter. It's a daily ritual. Miso is a fermented paste made from soybeans and koji, a beneficial fungus. That fermentation creates natural probiotics, which support a healthy gut microbiome, your body's first line of defense. Here's what's interesting. A study from the National Institutes of Health, NIH, found that a diverse gut microbiome is strongly linked to lower rates of inflammation, dementia, and heart disease in older adults. Miso soup is typically enjoyed for breakfast in Japan. A warm bowl with seaweed, tofu, and scallions, it's gentle on the stomach, hydrating, and deeply nourishing. And it's easy to make at home. Just dissolve a spoonful of miso in warm water. Not boiling, high heat kills the probiotics. Add in some soft tofu and greens and enjoy. It's a perfect way to start your day and a simple step toward a stronger immune system. Next, let's talk about a food that fuels the heart and brain with benefits your doctor would definitely approve of. Bluefish, the omega-3 powerhouse. Now let's talk about one of the biggest game changers in the Japanese diet, bluefish like mackerel, sardines, and salmon. Unlike the typical Western dinner, where fish might show up once a week, if that older Japanese adults eat small portions of oily fish 4 to 5 times a week. Not big slabs, just a piece the size of your palm. Why omega-3 fatty acids? These healthy fats are proven to reduce inflammation, lower triglycerides, and protect against heart disease, which remains the leading cause of death in the US. According to the American Heart Association, omega-3s can reduce cardiac death by up to 10%. But that's not all. Omega-3s are also linked to slower cognitive decline, helping protect memory and mood as we age. The Japanese prepare fish simply grilled with ginger, steamed with veggies, or simmered in light broths. No deep frying, no heavy sauces. If you're not a big fish eater, start small. Try grilled sardines once a week or add canned mackerel to a salad. Coming up next, a colorful secret that isn't just beautiful on the plate, it's packed with anti-aging nutrients you're probably missing. Seasonal and colorful vegetables. If there's one thing the Japanese have mastered, it's turning vegetables into a daily celebration, especially when they're seasonal and full of color. In traditional Japanese meals, you'll often find 3 to 5 small vegetable side dishes, each with a different color and texture. Think deep green spinach, bright orange carrots, purple eggplant, white daikon, radish, and vibrant yellow squash. Why does that matter? Because each color represents a different class of antioxidants and micronutrients your body needs to fight aging. According to a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, higher vegetable variety is linked to lower risk of chronic disease and greater longevity, especially in adults over 60. The Japanese principle of eating with your eyes encourages balanced, beautiful meals, and that visual variety also supports gut health, immunity, and energy levels. You don't need exotic produce. Just focus on local seasonal vegetables and aim for 3+ colors on your plate. Steam, saute, or lightly pickle them, simple methods that retain both nutrients and flavor. Next, we'll dive into one of Japan's oldest secrets from the sea rich in minerals, low in calories, and surprisingly easy to add to your meals. Seaweeds, Japan's ocean superfood. Let's talk about a true longevity secret from the sea: seaweeds, like wakame, nori, and kombu. In Japan, seaweed isn't a trend. It's a daily staple used in soups, salads, broths, or even eaten as a snack. Just a small amount delivers massive nutritional value. Seaweeds are rich in iodine, which supports healthy thyroid function, key for metabolism and energy. They're also loaded with calcium, magnesium, potassium, and soluble fiber that feeds the gut microbiome. One fascinating study published in Marine Drugs linked regular seaweed consumption to lower cholesterol, reduced inflammation, and a decreased risk of certain cancers, especially in aging populations. And the best part, you don't need much. Just a few tablespoons of wakame in soup or a couple strips of nori over rice can make a difference. Kombu, commonly used in broths like dashi, not only enhances flavor with natural umami, it also delivers trace minerals your body craves. If you're new to seaweed, start simple. Try adding dried wakame to miso soup or keep roasted nori as a healthy snack. Coming up, the one plant food that almost every Japanese senior eats, but Americans often overlook completely. Soy, the protein of longevity. In Japan, soy isn't a trend, it's a lifestyle. From soft tofu to crunchy edamame, and even the strong-smelling natto soy shows up in nearly every Japanese meal. And it's no coincidence that Japan has one of the lowest rates of heart disease and osteoporosis in the world. Soy is a plant-based protein powerhouse, low in saturated fat and high in calcium, iron, and isoflavones, compounds shown to reduce cholesterol and support bone density, especially after age 50. According to the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, replacing red meat with soy-based protein may lower the risk of heart disease by 20% or more. The Japanese enjoy tofu in soups grilled with soy sauce and ginger or cold with scallions. Edamame is a popular snack in natto, though pungent, is packed with vitamin K2 and nattokinase, known to support blood circulation. If natto sounds too bold, start with tofu or edamame. Both are mild, versatile, and easy to find. Up next, a drink that's been quietly protecting hearts, brains, and immune systems for centuries, and you might already have it in your pantry. Green tea, the daily elixir. No Japanese longevity guide would be complete without green tea. For many in Japan, especially as seniors, it's more than a drink. It's a daily ritual of wellness. Green tea is rich in catechins, powerful antioxidants that fight cell damage, reduce inflammation, and boost brain function. According to a long-term study from Tohoku University, Japanese adults who drank a green tea daily had a 76% lower risk of functional disability in old age. That's huge. The two most common types in Japan are sencha, the everyday tea, and matcha, the powdered form. While sencha is brewed like regular tea, matcha involves whisking whole ground leaves, delivering up to 10x more antioxidants. Green tea also supports heart health, lower cholesterol, and may reduce the risk of certain cancers. Plus, it offers a calm, steady focus without the jittery crash of coffee. The key: brew it right. Use warm water, not boiling, about 175 degree to preserve nutrients and avoid bitterness. Start with 1 cup a day, perhaps mid-morning or early afternoon, and make it a mindful moment. No phone, just you and your tea. Now remember that bonus I promised. Let's go beyond food and uncover the movement-based secret that helps Japanese elders stay strong, balanced, and independent even into their 90s. Bonus: the movement secret behind Japan's longevity. As promised, here's the bonus secret, and it has nothing to do with food. One of the most overlooked reasons why many Japanese seniors stay agile, pain-free, and independent well into their 90s is their habit of gentle, functional movement every single day. Instead of hitting the gym, they integrate simple but powerful movements into daily life. Let's look at 3. 1. Shikodachi, a wide, grounded stance used in martial arts. Practicing it for just 2-3 minutes a day builds leg strength, core stability, and balance, which means fewer falls as you age. 2. Seiza, the traditional kneeling posture. Sitting this way improves hip flexibility, posture, and mindful breathing. Even a modified version can reduce back tension. 3. Wall squat, a favorite of Japanese physiotherapists. Just holding your back against a wall in a squat position for 30 seconds daily boosts knee and lower back strength. These moves may seem simple, but over time they add up to better mobility, circulation, and even confidence. No fancy equipment, no gym memberships, just your body and intention. Try adding one of these into your morning or evening routine. Your future self will thank you. Now let's wrap this up and talk about how to turn all of this into action starting today. Final thoughts. Your longevity starts today. So let's take a moment to reflect. We've talked about 7 simple, powerful foods, from brown rice and miso to green tea, that help Japanese elders stay sharp, mobile, and full of life well into their 90s and beyond. We explored the science, the tradition, and even the bonus daily movements that keep their bodies strong and balanced without ever stepping into a gym. But here's the most important part. You don't have to move to Japan to live like this. You can start right now, right where you are, with just one small change. Maybe it's swapping white rice for genmai. Maybe it's adding a cup of green tea to your afternoon. Or maybe it's trying a wall squat before bed. Whatever it is, your journey toward healthy aging starts with that first step. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits will you try first this week? Drop a comment below. I read every one of them. And if this video gave you something useful, hit like so more people over 50 can find it too. And don't forget to subscribe, because next time we're diving into the Japanese morning routine that energizes the body and calms the mind, even for those in their 80s and 90s. Until then, take care and keep moving forward.